Let's look at some other examples how Verizon wireless subscribers can use group communication in their personal and professional lives. Dan has created groups for the people most important in his life. In addition to his family group, he has a group called Soccer Team, his buddies that play together and coach local kids' teams. Another for a volunteer project he's involved with, called Community Center Board Members, as well as several for his work groups, called Sales Team, Executive Team, and Direct Reports. Dan is running late trying to wrap up a project at work one evening, and he knows he will miss the start of his soccer practice. He sends a text message to Soccer Team, alerting the group he will be late. Dan then calls his contact, Executive Team, which launches a team call to the executives in his office to discuss some decisions they need to make regarding his project. Finally, when his call is over, Dan gets in his car and heads to the soccer practice. On his way, he calls his Direct Reports group. Since he doesn't want to bother them after hours and doesn't want to text while driving, Dan chooses to leave them a group voice message, informing them of the decisions the executive team has made about the project. All members of the Direct Reports team will receive a text message with a link to Dan's voice message, and they can reply to that voice message, avoiding the need to engage on a late-night work call. Finally, when he arrives at his soccer practice, Dan sends a text message to his family group, keeping them informed of his status. Using Verizon group communication, Dan has been able to quickly coordinate with many different groups in his life, and he saved so much time doing so that he didn't miss much of the practice. As part of his group communication application suite, in addition to his call groups, Dan has built several quick contacts, which allow him to contact important people in his life wherever they might be, without having to dial all their numbers. For example, Dan has a quick contact number for his wife, Julie. Rather than call her on her cell, then home, then at the office trying to find her, Dan dials one number which rings all her phones. When she answers at the office, the other lines disconnect. Now, with Verizon Wireless Group Communication, subscribers can communicate easily and efficiently with the groups that are important in their lives.